get the radio quickly.
I'm in Radio Hood for the first time in a while, and that's George Houghton.
Hello.
I'm talking to him about stuff.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. I figured get one of us actually taking a selfie.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah. Camera section, selfie section.
Camera section, selfie section. I want to end up with the concept of vlog section, which is where you vlog the vloggers.
Yeah, like when you got a camera crew for like a wildlife documentary being filmed by another camera crew.
Yeah.
Where are you? Yeah, basically it takes a picture when you see on the picture. There you go. That's the problem. It's the worst thing for me because I constantly smile. So it takes like a million. How many did it take? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, because I want a little thumbnail for the SoundCloud thing.
Yeah, I mean that's a good thing. Yeah. By the way, SoundCloud has a limit to how much you can upload to it.
Is it?
Hours. So I'm not entirely sure, but I get told about it quite a lot whilst I'm logging on SoundCloud. But if you need an alternative, Mixcloud is what I would use. It's why I've been using the last couple of years.
Is that limited?
Yeah, because it's designed to be like a podcast hosting website.
Oh, that's great. Hey, look at this.
And you don't have to worry about like copyright or anything either, because that's what it's designed to do, and it pays royalties to the artists.
Who's that then? I've never even heard of it.
On the last year's How to Record Your Show, which I put together, I mentioned Mixcloud on the bottom of it.
I'll definitely do that, because copyright is a little bit of a worry for me with getting songs on with this.
Yeah. And of course, it's still got all like the branding stuff as well, so it's like it looks professional.
Yeah, well, as long as it looks professional, as long as it works, it's like, I don't really care where it's at. To go with next, I'm going to go F1/football, because I imagine you have a few things to say about Coventry. Yeah, you do, don't you?
Yeah.
Because I don't really know what's happening with it. I kind of stopped paying attention.
It's a lot better than I was expecting.
That's good. That's good when it happens. I don't know how that feels recently.
I'm actually going to just have a look at where we are in the league before.
Oh yeah, you gotta get up-to-date table.
Need to fact check.
Yeah. Well, I honestly thought before the season started, I don't know nothing about lower leagues now because I've kind of disconnected with it.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, Coventry top half.
See, I didn't expect that because we only just got promoted, like from League One, having been relegated from League One
to League Two. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're doing a lot better than I was expecting. Beating teams that I would never.
Oh, that's great. It's just a shame it's got to that though, because Coventry are a big club.
Yeah.
Like,
we won the FA Cup like less than 4 years ago.
Yeah, 86,
87. I've got the video.
You're saved.
VHS.
What a life it is indeed. Welcome back to the GH podcast. I'm here with Rupert Price. Having a great time so far. Great conversations. But let's touch on sport now.
Yeah.
So you are a Coventry fan.
Yes.
And it's fair to say that that's a traditional English club.
Yeah.
In that they had some success and now they're not doing very well, to say the least. But I remember following the story with what's happening with this. Is it Sisu?
Sisu, yeah.
Sisu and everything like that. But I've not really paid attention ever since my team got promoted to the Championship, to be honest. So what's been happening recently with them?
So basically, ever since Coventry went into administration, I think it was 2005, we were bought out by Sisu, and they view Coventry as very much a money-making opportunity. We have one of the best academies football academies in Europe. Callum Wilson played for England last night.
He did?
He's a product of that. James Maddison was put into the England team a couple of weeks ago. He's a product of that. Ben Stevenson, who I think we still actually managed to have on our books somehow, was a product of that. Daniel Sturridge used to be a part of the Coventry
Really?
Academy.
I never knew that. I always
We
thought
ha-
it came through Man City or something like that.
Yeah, Coventry has a massive history of promoting young footballers into incredible positions, and we sell as soon as a player like gets noticed by other clubs, we'll sell them, no matter
Yeah.
how useful they will be. The same thing happened with Mark McNulty over this over the summer transfer.
I know
window.
him. He used to play for
Yeah.
Sheffield United as well.
He was like the top goal scorer of the league last season for us. Arguably helped get us promoted from League 2 to League 1, and he went off to Reading, I think it was.
He's gone to Reading, and so far as I can tell, he's not done anything really. I don't
Yeah.
think he's even playing much. Just there picking up the paycheck.
As soon as I saw that he'd gone, I thought, oh, Coventry are going back down this season, because we got promoted last season from League 2 to League 1, which is the lowest point Coventry have been in for years, like I think 50 years or so, because we were one of the founders of the Premier League, one
Yeah.
of the teams that were in the Premier League. We were the first team to beat, I think it was Bayern Munich on English soil.
Wow.
We lost. We lost. It was a leg game, so we lost overall. I think it was something like 8-4 or something.
Wow, what
or
a
it might
tie.
have been 8-3. But we lost overall. But we were the first team to beat them on English soil.
Wow, that's a hell of a statement. I never knew that because,
Yeah.
of course, Coventry won the FA Cup back in the day,
1987.
87,
Beat
yeah.
Tottenham.
You got the VHS and everything.
I've got the VHS.
Is that from your parents or something?
It was my dad's,
Yeah.
who was a Coventry fan before me. Surprisingly, we don't talk anymore, but
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't support Coventry if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, I think a lot of people support the same team as what their dad supports.
Yeah.
It's kind of a common theme. I mean, that's why I support Sheffield United, and I'm sure a lot of other people can relate to that as well. But Coventry's case, not wanting to kind of downplay it, is hardly unique.
Yeah.
There's
Portsmouth had a very similar situation, I believe. Like, they went from Premier League on the borderline of playing in Europe a couple of years, not a couple, but
I think they did play in Europe. They won
They
the
did.
FA Cup, so
I remember they were in the final against Chelsea, but because they were potentially on administration, they couldn't fill in the forms to say where they would be.
yeah.
And then they went all the way down to League 2, and I don't know if they've recovered yet or not. I don't really pay attention to Portsmouth.
They're in League One. They're doing all right.
Yeah.
Which is, by the way, the non-football viewer listener.
League 1 is not the top league.
It is not. No, League One is not actually the first league. It used to be simple back in the day: first, second, third, and fourth division. But League One is the third league. League Two is the fourth league. Championship, which I mentioned briefly, is the second league. And the Premier League is the top. But there's so many. I mean, Charlton as well.
Yeah.
They struggle massively. Sam, if you're listening to us on the train, thank you for tuning in. He's a big Charlton fan. I think there's loads of others. I mean, even to an extent, our rivals Sheffield Wednesday, they got relegated from the Premier League about 2000, immediately getting a struggle financially, and haven't been back ever since, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
But their fans won't be. I mean, even Leeds, the team that's very close to here,
Yeah.
they're still not back. And it's a huge club. I hate to admit it.
They were remodelled on Real Madrid when
Yeah.
one of their owners took them over.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that they play in all white because they wanted to be like the Real Madrid of England,
Yeah.
and they were the best team for a
They
while.
were like a footballing superpower.
Yeah, I mean, 15 years ago they were finishing like third, fourth in the Premier League. They just all went downhill from there very fast,
Yeah.
and yet to recover. I mean, they've brought in financial fair play nowadays, but it doesn't seem to work. Clubs always find a way around it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was a lot of investigations this week, wasn't there, about financial fair play, which could lead, like, is it Chelsea that might be banned from making transfer?
Yeah, I heard Chelsea
Yeah.
could potentially get banned for I think 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Which is, if it does happen, that would be huge. The only thing I'd say about that though is that it will be like Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid's ban, because they were banned for I think the same thing from transfers, but they weren't really banned. They were banned from making transfers, and then when the transfer window opened up again, they didn't have a ban, and then when it closed, they had a ban again. So it'll probably be like that because
So it's a similar ban to the ban that technically is amongst all the teams in that they can't make signings well, they can't buy players when the transfer window isn't open.
Yeah, there's that as well. There's so many loopholes and stuff. It's so gross. But it's been going on for so long. I mean, even Brian Clough back when he was managing Nottingham Forest in like the 70s and 80s. There's all this talk about them doing that buns thing, which I don't know what that is exactly, but it just sounds like bribery to me.
Yeah.
What little I've heard about it. So people will always find a way when it comes to stuff like this. People with a lot of money will just do what they want.
Yeah.
They just have to spend a little bit more money, which they can. So, just the way it is, really. But as well, on the national front at the moment, things have been going very well for England. Definitely. I don't know if did you follow them much when the World Cup was on this year?
Oh, before the World Cup actually started, I was a complete doom and gloom. I think like most of the country.
Yeah,
I was like, I refused to buy into the sense of optimism that comes around every World Cup. And then, I think it was the second game. Was it 5-0 that we won?
Yeah, 5 or 6-0 against Panama.
Yeah. At that point, I was like, oh, hang on a sec. We maybe have a good team on our hands this year.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we were playing against a load of not particularly good sides in that group, and then we lost to Belgium. But the World Cup campaign brought the country together in a way that I haven't seen happen in English football, and actually have a justification for it in my life, really.
Same here. I mean, the only one I can really compare it to is 2002. That was a very positive World Cup, but I was very young when that was on, so...
We lost to Brazil in that, didn't we?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I remember watching that in school.
I did too. Did your school like open early so you could come in and...
Yeah.
Because it was in Korea and Japan. It was on like really, really early
and then
in the morning.
wheeled in one of those like really old big box TVs that was probably only about the size of the Radiohead branding in this room.
Probably, yeah.
If that. And you'd all just sit in the hall just watching it. Yeah.
All sat down there on this cold floor on this
and you were
really
allowed
hot
to
summer
wear
day.
an England top if you owned one.
Yeah, you were. Those were the days, definitely. I don't think they do that now. Kids in primary school are probably streaming it on their smartphones, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Probably now.
You're allowed to stream it as long as you've got the volume off.
Yeah, and as long as you don't use the school Wi-Fi, which is probably a thing now in
Yeah.
schools, which is really weird to think about.
Having Wi-Fi in first school just would mystify me.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. That is just on another level. Even in secondary school, we never had Wi-Fi in secondary school.
I mean, phones in schools, I'd never really understand.
Yeah, especially for like young kids or whatever. We sound so old talking about this.
I've gone from 23 to 56 in about 3 minutes.
These youngers don't even know they're born. But no, going back to England though, I mean, I do agree with you. I saw it from an outside perspective. I wasn't actually in the country when the World Cup was on, but it did unify the country in a way that we really did need, and I thought would carry us through to good times. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen, but it definitely improved things for a while. I mean, I remember the semi-final game. I think everybody's going to remember that game for as long as they live. Everybody who saw that game live.
Oh yeah, particularly when we went ahead.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
I was watching it at work on my phone using ITV player.
Yeah, I remember I was in a bar in Hanoi, downtown Hanoi in Vietnam, and the place was just absolutely full of English people. There must have been about 150, maybe 200 people there, all of English, except for one Irish guy, which was really funny because
cheering on Croatia.
Literally, yeah, you predicted it. He was one of those good people that.
I mean, the Welsh and the Scottish and the other Irish people were all supporting whichever team we were playing against.
Yeah, but how far did they get in the World Cup?
I mean, did any of them actually qualify?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
None of them qualified, but they're just like, you know what, we're just going to support everybody who's